Hello, ITPC. It is Drew the Shed. I have made a reappearance. There were a few things that plagued my wife and I over the past 3 weeks. Or is it 2? I don't remember. 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. First off, I got a big old hug from some food poisoning. It was delightful. And that took me out for a bit. And then, last weekend, the wife and I went up to Glacier National Park. And guess who forgot a pipe? This man. I was very impressed with myself after getting a pipe. As I forget to smoke. And then also my wife has had some health issues, which are turning out better than expected, which are really good. Or it is really good. Drinking some water here out of my customized Southern Railroad Nalgene. So yeah, we got her taken care of. She's doing well. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. The weather is finally turning nice. Albeit, we are rather soggy. But when you get record amounts of snowfall, that's what happens in the spring. You get soggy. So, before I forget, let's do some housekeeping. What am I smoking? Well, I have my Brebbia Pura shape 943. This is a pipe that as far as I can tell, is no longer made. And what am I smoking it? Well, I am smoking the very excellent, no longer made, McClelland Dark Star. I think out of all the McClelland blends that I have tried, this is probably going to be the one that I miss the most. Good thing about a 100-gram tin of it, eh? So, what is today's topic going to be? Well, if you've read the title, which I'm assuming you have, it's going to be a VR to Padre Piper's most recent rant. Now, if you watch the video today, which is going to be posting on Sunday, and the video that I previously just made was going to be posting yesterday on Monday, both are VRs to Padre Piper. So, yay Padre Piper, you get some Drew of the Shed goodness. Now, Padre Piper just recently posted a rant. Sorry, while I don't look at the camera here to get myself a pipe cleaner. But he most recently posted a rant. And it's a very well-placed rant. Speaking to the recent tragedy of the Texas school shooting. And in that rant, if you haven't watched it, he poses a question because he said he graduated high school in 84, 85, I don't remember exactly, but at his high school, kids would often have guns in the back of their pickup trucks to go hunting, and nothing ever happened. And with that, he asked, what changed? Why was that, you know, guns being on a school premises back then in the 80s, and nobody ever got shot at a school, but now schools are gun-free zones, and kids are being killed. So what changed? So I did a little thinking on this myself, and here's the thing. If you don't like what I say, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But if you start posting ugly, unsolicited comments, they will delete it, and you will no longer be tolerated. Hate that I have to preface that, but anymore, you do. So, what changed? Well, I got to thinking about it, and I graduated high school in 2004. And it's 2018 now, so that makes that, oh, if I get this wrong, I'm going to be terribly embarrassed, but math in my head anymore is not a strong suit. It makes that 14 years ago. And at that period of time, I would say I started to, there could be a noticeable change in some kids. And in my school, there really wasn't a bullying issue. It may have happened from time to time, but nothing that I really noticed, or saw for that matter. But there was starting to see a change, and one of those changes was the reliance on the internet for day-to-day life. Now, then there wasn't so much social media. There was MySpace, but not really Facebook or anything like there is today. And we'll get back to that in a second. I probably shouldn't have said it yet, because it kind of lets some of the cat out of the bag, but oh well, forget I said that for now, but we'll get back to that. But there were a few kids that I would say were marginalized, lived on the fringes. And what was different about those kids? Well, it wasn't necessarily an economic thing. Sure, there was some of it, but the overlying thing was those were the kids that their parents weren't very involved with them. Or, if they were involved, it was in a fairly negative way. And that has a huge part to do with how a child perceives the world. Now, secondly, bring in the internet thing. Well, the internet was really starting to take off at that period of time, if you remember. And there was starting to be a disconnection from face-to-face social activity. So let's remember that. Now, if we think about it, where does a child first learn how to be in society? Well, it's at home. A home should be a place where a child feels secure and loved and protected. And it's the first place they learn. A home should be a child's favorite place. They should be excited to come see mom and dad. And, you know, conversely, the parents should be excited to see their children. And I know that we don't always get along with our parents. We don't always understand what they are trying to teach us. But it's for the best. If we are in a loving, nurturing, proper caring home, our parents look out for the best for us. Now, in society, early 2000s, I think there started to be a large cultural shift. A shift from making sure that all those around you were okay and taken care of and loved to, I want things easy. We have all this technology. We have every advancement we can ever conceive of. I want my life to be easy. I just want to have to take care of myself, not worry about anything else or anyone else. And I don't want to have to struggle. Now, let's fast forward that from the early 2000s to 2018. Social media is extremely present in almost everybody's day-to-day life. And it isn't necessarily a bad thing if used correctly. We are presented that if it feels good, you should do it. If it makes things easier, you should do it. And that really you should only be looking out for yourself. Do I agree with this? Absolutely not. We have let doing the easy thing and doing the selfish thing consume us to the point where we aren't looking out for people. We don't notice those people in trouble, and we don't necessarily care about the ones that should be the most important for us to care about, being our children. Now, granted, I have not been blessed enough to have children yet. But I observe certain things. I observe people, parents, that would rather be doing anything else than taking care of their kid. That their life has become so much more important than taking care of a precious, defenseless, impressionable child. That all they want is the love of their parent. It's their parent's time and attention. And it's rather sad. And the more I contemplate this, I think, should I be turning off my screen? Should I pay a little bit less attention to this and more attention to my wife? More attention to the family I have, blood and otherwise. What are we doing to ourselves? Where are we going? And why are we going there? It's about more than just the person you look at in the mirror. I think it was Mother Teresa that said, if you really want to make a change in the world, go home and love your family. Folks, until I see you again, be kind and good to each other.